Hi everyone, welcome to Bottom Up Prosperity. This is an interesting video. About a week ago I was on my way back from the toilet where I'm currently parked up at about 3:30 or 3 in the morning, and I was coming up towards the steps and everything went blurry and just went like this, and I was on the ground. It was quite scary. I thought I was having a stroke or about to die or something. I was thinking, well, was this it? But I was able to get up, go to the van, lie down, and eventually go back to sleep, but I was still quite dizzy. I woke up the next morning not feeling very well. I thought it was blood pressure or blood to the head or something. And I was supposed to go work on a book with a friend at the National Library here in Wellington. And I texted him or messaged him and said that I couldn't make it, explain why, but I think I need to go to hospital. So him and another colleague, friend, took me to Wellington Hospital and went in. At the hospital they have like a COVID-19 tent before you go into the emergency department now. But anyway, went in, gave my name, no fix a bow, blah blah blah. Went to the triage nurse, they interviewed me, and then went in the waiting room. Wasn't too bad waiting time. Then went back through, a nurse grabbed me and went through, and they took my blood tests out the top of my right hand and would attempt to put a line in for fluids, but weren't able to. And then anyway, I was in the wheelchair, wheeled around to a bed and lying there, people coming and going, doctors and nurses and that, not too much activity. So I just lying there thinking, what's wrong with me? So anyway, a doctor came in, young guy, a little bit arrogant, but he's a nice guy. He knows what he's doing. He's a bit of a young hotshot, so he'll probably do all right. Anyway, he said, well, what happened, mate, like this? And I had to explain to him what happened. And we ran through a few scenarios, and he said, oh, sorry, mate, we're going to have to do another blood test because it clotted, but it's not anyone's fault. I was, oh, okay, all good. Anyway, this nurse came in, darker skinned Muslim lady with a hijab kind of scarf on, and she was really nice. So she took my blood, and then I was lying down almost asleep, and then the doctor came in and said, we found something and you got type 2 diabetes. I was like, wow, okay. And the interesting thing was, I said to him, at least I know, and he said, yeah, exactly. So I now have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and that same nurse that took my blood test earlier, she came in and gave me an insulin injection, 10 units, and they said contact your doctor. So I rang my doctor, and they said the nurse would get back to me, but I went in anyway. So when I made my way back to where I'm staying, I went to my doctor because it's nearby, and saw a nurse there who's very helpful. She explained a lot of stuff, gave me some prescriptions for the insulin pen that you just use, and each day an increase by 1 unit each day. So basically my journey has been in the evening before dinner I do the finger prick test. She gave me a CareSense N series blood sugar, glucose sugar monitor tester thing, testing strips and some pins or needles, and showed me how to use it and advised when I wake up in the morning. So that's what my increase in insulin is going to be. So the target in the morning one should be 10.0. If it's higher, increase it by 1. So now I'm up to day 7. So it's been 1 week living with type 2 diabetes, and I'm I should be on level 17 on the insulin pen. About an hour when I cook my dinner, etc. But anyway, she advised twice a day before dinner and that, and then I went online, information overload, and I discovered, well, should probably test throughout the day, just get some patterns. So I made a close friend suggested a food diary, because I had gone to the soup kitchen of all places on the Thursday night after the catch-up follow-up with the nurse, because she gave me a prescription for the testing strips for the glucose meter reader thing, and a prescription for more needles for my insulin pen. Anyway, so I went to the soup kitchen, and there was a chicken dish, had peas, great white sauce, and some mashed potatoes in it. And went to the warehouse, did some errands, and on the way back driving I felt a little bit dizzy, just not 100%, so I just couldn't concentrate. So my same close friend suggested a food diary, so I created a spreadsheet. So what I'm doing at the moment on Google Spreadsheets is keeping a list of everything I eat, the times, the blood test times, when I insulin inject, the level, and that, and hopefully get a pattern. So it was quite scary. I felt quite faint first day or two, not very happy. I've been off work. I'm due to go on annual leave on this coming Monday, 12th April, for 2 weeks. So that was brilliant timing, and hopefully I do get back to work then. I'm still off work. I was supposed to go back to work on Thursday, which I had off, and then obviously the Friday off. For Good Friday, and then the Saturday I was supposed to work, but I was off sick. So a week later, so I'm slowly building the pattern out, the picture. So basically, I felt like a blind man in an alleyway with no torch, in a dark alleyway, trying to find out what to do, what to eat, when to eat, how to measure, what patterns I should look for. So a lot of internet searching, talking to people, like friends and that. One godsend was my friend who took me to hospital. He's Christian, and he has a friend who's a Christian who incidentally, without naming names of course, had a heart attack the week before. And they went away, and he asked them how they could help, and they said, oh, you could house sit. So he offered for me to house sit because he's quite busy. The other friend was fine with it, so I was staying out there and had a warm bed, shower, and a good Netflix, internet. Well, I already got unlimited data on my phone, and I spent the weekend just chilling out, reading online, watching the 4th season of on Netflix, The Crown. So that was fantastic, and yeah, so my friend is really into the keto diet, so I tried that. I built my diet around that, but I found I didn't have much energy. I was still anxious and stuff. So I went to Wellington Diabetes Incorporated yesterday and learned that I should be having 35 grams of carbs each main meal. So I've introduced that in the meantime with rolled oats. I was at Wellington City Mission today, and I had a toasted sandwich and half a sandwich for lunch, plus some nuts later, and my coffees. And so I found that quite good. And I've seen a dietitian on Friday at Wellington Diabetes Incorporated. She only charges $40, so she's going to build a diet plan for me for my job, which is very physical. So basically I deliver groceries, if I haven't mentioned it already. I don't know if I will manage to continue doing that or not, but we'll find out. I'm also seeing a social worker tomorrow, Thursday, here in New Zealand time, at 2:30 at City Mission, and she's going to look at housing options for me, like a boarding house or something like that, which is about 190 New Zealand dollars a week, including power, and then I can have a fridge in the room for store my food, my insulin. I'm actually going to ask them to store my spare insulin in the fridge at City Mission tomorrow, and another friend that I met there at City Mission said yes, they'll do that. So where I'm at is I wake up in the morning, I sweat all night, or while I'm sleeping I'm sweating. I read online that can happen between 2 and 3 a.m. Your body blood sugar levels go down, and then the body responds around 3 a.m. to by boosting your blood sugar or your adrenaline, so you shoot up or whatever, and obviously you're sweating. And I was sweating that night, I think, that I had the fall, and when I was at the house sitting, I noticed when I came back from the toilet I felt a little bit dizzy, so I put it down to a morning thing, and my close friend who suggested the food diary suggested deep breathing and stuff before I get up and stretching. So I'm trying that. Seems to work. I haven't done that. And by the way, something a little bit gross. I am using a urine bottle to go to the loo in the middle of the night because I don't have the confidence of going to the toilet in this area I'm living in. Don't want to fall over or anything like that. So I'm just tipping that out the door. So a lot of campers do. It's discreet. So basically I wake up at the moment. I have my protein breakfast of 2 eggs, some tin tomatoes, cook that in the pot. I've bought some coffee, which I make up with powdered milk and that, and have that, and third or half a cup of rolled oats and some Greek yogurt, and lunches, lots of protein hopefully, and the same carbs again, and evenings I'm getting meat each night and frying it up, and tin tomatoes, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, just those protein rich foods, and of course my oats and yogurt in the meantime. And I'm looking forward to Friday when I can actually talk to a dietitian and get some answers about energy and food and what to look for. So if I go back to work, I don't want to